What's going on, everybody? My name's Dan and welcome to my channel, dandamangaming. In this video, we'll be learning about mining, the perks related to it, and the tools you're going to be using to do it in 7 Days to Die, Alpha 18. Now, as usual, these tips should apply to Alpha 19 as well. Mining in 7 Days to Die is super important. If you want to craft things like gas, gunpowder, and ammo, you're going to have to do some mining. So we're going to start with the book series. The Art of Mining Volume 1 gives you a small chance to find rare gems from ore. And the Art of Mining Volume 2 allows you to craft the diamond tip blade mods. So the Art of Mining Volume 1 and 2 kind of go hand in hand. I'll touch upon the mod later in the video. Next we have the Art of Mining Volume 3, harvest 10% more ore when buzzed on coffee. And the Art of Mining Volume 4 allows you to craft the blackstrap coffee. Now there's some differences between this and the regular coffee. You have a stamina regen of 5% more with the blackstrap coffee. You have 5% more cold resist with the blackstrap coffee. And you have a duration of 6 minutes instead of 3 with the blackstrap coffee. Next, we are on to the mining perks. Now, all these perks are found underneath the strength attribute. The first perk we're going to go over is the sexual Tyrannosaurus. This is also going to double up as a melee perk, but the first level is going to reduce tool stamina use by 5%, second by 10, third by 15, 420, and the fifth by 25%. The next perk we're going to talk about is Miner 69er. Now this is also going to double as your tool crafting perk. So the first level is going to increase tool block damage by 30% and allow you to craft quality 2 tools. Level 2 is going to allow you to craft quality 3 tools and by 60%, 90% in 4 tools, 120% in level 5 tools, and 150% block damage from level 5. Now just a quick note, you cannot craft level 6 tools, you can only loot them. So right now I don't have the sexual Tyrannosaurus or Miner 69er perk, and you'll see that with each hit I'm using about 13 stamina, and I'm doing about 52 damage to this rock. So let's see how much I get in total. And I get about 22. So now I'm going to get like 2 levels in each of those. So 1, 2, 1, 2. Let's see how much stamina I use now when I hit it. So now I'm using still about 13, so no real change there. And I'm doing about, so 155 minus, so to 81. So what is that math? That is 64 damage. So now instead of doing 52 damage, I am doing 64 damage. So you're not going to get more for the rocks. You're going to get pretty much exactly the same for breaking the stones. But you are going to break them faster, and you're going to use less stamina doing it. Now we are on to the final perk, Mother Lode. And that perk actually has to do with the yield that you're going to get from the nodes you hit. So the first level, you're going to harvest 20% more ore. Second level is 40. Third level is 60. Fourth level is 80. And the final is 100% more ore. I'm going to spec into that just 3 times. And before, from 1 rock, I was getting 22. Let's see how much I get. So I get a total of 35 stone off of 1 rock, as opposed to 22 with just 3 levels in Mother Lode. It's probably the most useful perk for mining, in my opinion. Let me know which of these perks you guys find the most useful in the comment section below. I briefly wanted to go over the quality or the level of the tool as well. Now as you can see, I've cleared all these levels other than my pack mule, which just makes the video easier. But I have a level 2 pickaxe and a level 3 iron pickaxe on my toolbar. So with each of these I'm going to get 2 rocks. So it really doesn't have anything to do with the yield. So I got 2 rocks with each. So the level has nothing to do with the yield, it actually has more to do with the base stats. And you would figure the higher the level, the higher the base stats. But as you can see, that's not always true. The block damage on the level 3 is actually worse than the level 2. According to the 7 Days to Die Wikipedia, with each level there's bonuses to the base stats. Apparently these base stats are random, as I said, between the level 2 and level 3 iron pickaxe. And then as you'll see between this level 6 and 5, the level 5 actually has a better durability than the level 6. And just real quick, this applies to all tools, including the steel pickaxe. As you can see, the level 3 has better melee damage and block damage, but worse durability. But certain tools are going to have certain characteristics. A steel pickaxe is pretty much always going to have a better block damage than an iron pickaxe, unless of course there's a mod on the iron pickaxe. But the level 6 iron pickaxe has better durability and costs less stamina to use. There's also no difference in between the yield of steel and iron. It's really just how fast you break the rock. I think with this I'm going to get a total of 22 stones, and then we'll break the other one with the steel. Yep, so I got 22. We'll wait for that to go away. So it's gone. Let's see how much I get from this. So I got 22. So the quality and what type of tool looks like it has absolutely nothing to do with the yield. And while we're talking about tools, we might as well talk about the Augur. Now with the Augur, you're going to get the same amount of yield from these rocks. Yep, you're going to get 22. But if you look inside, the block damage is actually lower than the iron pickaxe or the steel pickaxe. But you're hitting the rock a lot faster. So ultimately, the Augur really is the best way to mine. The trade-off is it costs gasoline and it is very, very loud. One last thing to note before we get to the mines are the mods. The level of tool determines how many mods can go on that tool. A level 1 tool has 1 modifier slot. Level 2 has 1. A level 3 has 2. Level 4 has 2. Level 5 has 3. All the way up to level 6 that has 4. So for the chainsaw and auger, we have the motor tool small tank mod. This will increase the gasoline tank size by 50%. And we have the large tank mod, which will increase the gasoline tank size by 100%. Now on to the pickaxes. For the pickaxes, we have the structural brace mod, which will pretty much bring up the damage everywhere and mildly bring up the durability. Next, we have my personal favorite, the diamond blade tip mod. This is going to bring up your durability a lot. So the last 2 mods we have here are pretty interesting. We have the bunker buster mod, which does 15% more damage against stone, and the iron breaker mod, which does 15% more damage against iron. But if I go here and hit this rock, so I do about 91 damage to the rock. If I put the iron breaker mod actually onto the steel pickaxe, you'll see I do about 99 damage instead. And the same goes for if I were to hit the iron with the stone breaker mod on. We'll put that on real quick. I'm going to do about 99 damage. So there, I do not about 99 damage. If I put both of them on, I'll get even more of a boost. So I'm doing even more damage now. I'm doing over 100 damage there. And it says it only works for the stone and the iron, but it also works for nitrate powder, for coal, for oil shale, and for lead. So now that we have the tools, the mods, and we spec'd into mining a little bit, it's time to hit the mines. So first I'm going to show you guys all the different ores and tell you where to find them. So right here we have oil shale. It's going to only be found in the desert, and it's kind of like this weird purple color. Next we have a nitrate powder right here. This can be found in any biome, and it's kind of this weird crystalline shape. Next we have the coal nodes. Now these cannot be found in the desert. These can be found in any other biome, and they're kind of this matte black color. And finally we have the lead nodes. The leads are cubic, they're shiny, you really can't miss them. These can be found in any biome. And we've been beating them up this whole video, but obviously with these boulders, these are a really good resource for rocks. And also the reason I'm in the wasteland is this texture right here is perfect for crushed sand and rocks. And after you found whatever node you're looking for, you'll notice on the ground around them, there will also be a texture that looks similar to the node. That will also be whatever ore you're looking for. So right there, we have coal. If I keep digging down, see this is going to dig down really deep too. I'm going to switch to this just so I can show you there's going to be a bunch more down there once I dig a little deep. So I would definitely suggest bringing a shovel. Yeah, right there is more coal. I would suggest bringing a shovel just because there's going to be nodes of soil that get on top of the nodes of coal or whatever you're looking for. I also already dug out this big pit just to tell you guys too, to remember to bring some kind of frame with you just because you're going to be digging really deep. So these are really good to hop on. But you know, you're all the way down here mining whatever you're mining. I think specifically this is iron. Yeah, specifically this is iron. Mining whenever you're mining, hop up here, and hop up here. Now initially this pit actually was a coal node, so it's pretty cool. Sometimes you'll actually find different resources right next to each other. So right here, yep, right here is coal, and right here is iron. And that's pretty much all there is to mining. It's not just important, it's a necessity. If you have any questions, make sure to leave them in the comment section below. If you found the video helpful or informative, make sure to click that like button and to consider subscribing for new 7 Days to Die content 2 times a week. Thank you so much for watching. Peace.